Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, welcome to official YouTube channel of Entry App. Myself Kashish Goyal and I am your reasoning educator. So today in this session we will be covering the most expected question for your SBI PO pre-examination. So as you know that the date have been announced for the SBI PO pre. So before that we are doing the most expected question for that. So let's see our first question. So you have the first question that is based on what? Seating arrangement, and it is a linear seating arrangement. So what we have? There are 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting in a row but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing south while some of them are facing north. Not more than 2 persons facing the same direction sit together. Means suppose if there are 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Total 8 persons are there. So not more than 2 persons facing same direction sit together means suppose if this person is facing north, this person is facing north. So either this person or this person can't face the north because maximum two can face the north, can be sitting together. Not only north, it can be south. Okay. So this person must be facing south, this must be facing south. Is it clear? Okay. So this is what you have to keep in your mind. Done. Okay, so now we will start reading the information and then start doing it. So total we have 8%. So I just made the arrangement. So let's see. E, who sits to the immediate left of G? Okay, so E sits to the immediate left of G. Now, first of all, we don't know the face of what? G. Because E is sitting immediate left of G, but we don't know the face of E. So what you have to do? We have to write it down. So first of all, I am writing down it here that E is immediate left of G, but we don't know the face of G. So I am writing it down according to the my hand. Okay, it is my left, so I am taking it left. Okay. Now C faces north. Now it is very clear that C will be facing north. Next, C is not an immediate neighbor of A. Okay, now C can't be the neighbor of A. Okay, so C can't be the neighbor of A. This is showing adjacent. Okay. Now F and A faces the same direction. Okay, so what we have? F and A faces same direction. Done. Okay. Now B neither sits to the left of D nor faces north. Okay. Now what we have? That B is neither sits to the left of D means B can't sit to the left side of D. It must be sitting to the right of D because they are not saying immediate left. They are saying left. So B can't be to the left of D. Is it clear? And also nor faces north means B must be facing south. Is it clear? Okay, now next is E faces south direction means this person E is facing south direction. Okay, 3 persons sits between A and F. Okay, so between A and F, so it right now I'm making it here. Between A and F there are 3 persons. We don't know the position with respect to each other. Now F sits at one of the ends. Now what we have, that F must be sitting at one of the ends. Okay, so F must be at the end. Now you can say, sir, we can start from here that F can be at the this end or at this end, but we have only 2 to 3 lines remaining, so we can read them and then start putting it. Okay, now D sits at one of the extreme end and faces north. Now this become very important. Now what they are saying, just think about it, that D is at one of the extreme end means D can be here, can be here, yes or no? But what is given that D is facing north? It is also given that D is facing north. So suppose if D is sitting here and facing north, can you make the B anywhere? No. Why? Because they are saying that B is not sitting to the left of D, means B can't come at any of these position, but it should be to the right, but there is no position to the right. It means it is not possible in this, according to this condition, that D comes at this end. Okay, done. So you can't make D here. So it is very obvious now that D will come here facing north. Yes, is it clear or not? Now you know that F is sitting at the end, so it means F must be here now. Is it clear? Done. Okay, next is what? That between A and F there are 3 persons. 1, 2, 3. A must be here. Yes or no? Done. Now F and A must be facing the same direction, that we will use after that. Okay, let's move on further. Okay, first of all let's move on further. H sits second to the right of A and faces the opposite direction of A. Okay, now what we have, that what we having H. Okay, so H sits second to the right of A. So second to the right of A, if I'm taking A as north, then second right is this one. But if I'm taking south, then it will be second to the right. So there are two possibility. So here I am making that second possibility as well now. so that I will not get confused and you will also not get confused. So first of all, D facing north, F, and there you have A. Now, one possibility A facing north, one possibility A facing south. So if A is facing north, F must be facing north because F and F faces the same direction. In this, F is facing south. Done. Now H sits second to the right of A. So if A is facing north, H will come here, and if A is facing south, H will come here. Yes or no? Is it clear? Done. Okay. Now next, and faces opposite direction of A. So if A is facing north, H must be facing what? South. If H is facing, A is facing south, H must be facing north. Done. Is it clear? Okay. Now next is G sits third to the right of H. Now G is third to the right of H. So if H is facing north in this case, if second possibility I am taking, so 1, 2, 3, G will be here. Yes or no? Done. Now in this case, if H is facing south, right will be this side, and it is third right to the H, it will be G. So 1, 2, 3, it will be G here. Yes or no? Done. Okay. Next. Now see, all the informations are done now. So now we have to see how you can make the other information to be put it here. Okay. Now see, to the immediate left of G, it must be E. Yes or no? So if G is here, okay, G is at this position, but we need immediate left. So immediate left can be this one and this one, but this immediate left, if you don't know the face of G, immediate left can be this one, but this is already filled by the A. So you can't make immediate left this side. So E must be here and it should be immediate left. So G must be facing north. Yes or no? And it is already given that E is facing south. Done. Same goes here. If G is sitting here, immediate left we needed and this side is already occupied, so E must be here. Okay, but if it is E here, G must be facing south, only then it can be immediate left, and E is also facing south. So these three persons that are sitting together are facing south. That is not possible because maximum two person can sit together have facing same direction. So this is not possible. It means this is the only case that can be possible. Yes. Now in this case, we are left with C and B. So C is facing north, but C can't be the neighbor of A. So C can't come here. So C must be here and facing north. And last we left B. So B will be here. Now what will be the face of B? It will be south. Why? Because these two persons are facing north. So B must be facing south. So this is our final arrangement. Done. That's it. What was tough in this? Nothing. Okay. So you will get exact, or I will say 95 to 97%. I'm sure you will get this type of arrangement. Okay, this much moderate level will be there. Done. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next questions are based on inequality. There are two questions. So let's see. First of all is P greater than T. So we have to move from P to T. So how you can come from P to T? So first of all, see, if you go from P to Q, then Q to T, it is possible to reach to T. Yes. So P to Q, it is less than, and Q to T, it is greater and less than equals to. So when it is greater and less, okay, you can't find the final relationship. So this is wrong. You can't find the answer. Now next is Q to S. So how you can reach from Q to S? Okay, so you go from Q to R and R to S. Okay, so from Q to R you have greater equals to, and R to S you have less than. Again you can't find the answer because it is greater, it is less. So this is also wrong. So neither means none is true for the question first of inequality. Done. Okay, now second one is, we have total three equations. So first is 7 greater than equals to 3. So where is 7? 7 is here and 3 is here and also here. So how you can connect? You can go from 7 to 1 and 1 to 3. So 7 to 1, if you see, it is greater than equals to, and 1 to 3 it is less than less than. So you can't find the answer between 7 to 3. You can't find the final relationship. So this is wrong and this is also wrong. But between 7 and 3 you are getting all the relationship that is greater, less and equal. Yes or no? This is greater, equal and less. So it means both conclusion can't be wrong at a time. So it means from these two, one has to be true. So it means there must be either or in this option. Clear or not? Hope so it is clear to you. Done. Okay, now moving on to the next questions. Okay, so next question is based on puzzle. Okay, very easy, simple puzzle is there. Just some points you have to be carry on with you. So let's see what we have. Team India played 7 cricket matches of 50 over against different teams P to V. Okay, in a week starting from Monday to Sunday. Okay, so week is starting from Monday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It is given. Okay, so first of all let me make the table first of all, because it is important. Only then you can solve your puzzle. Okay, okay, so there you have the table. Done. So India team scored different run against different team, such that 75, 125, 200, 250, 325, 350 and 425, but not necessarily in the same order. Okay, so this is the information. Now this is the main point that is coming. So India team scored 200 runs immediately after the match played against P. Okay, so India is scoring 200 just after the match they played with P. Okay, so just after P, for whoever for again or against whom they are playing, they will be scoring what? 200. Is it clear? Done. Now India played a match against P on Tuesday or Saturday. So there are two possibilities they are saying for P, that is either Tuesday or Saturday. So let's make the two possibility. First of all, P can be on Tuesday or P can be on Saturday. So if P on Tuesday, 200 will be scored on Wednesday, and if P is on Saturday, 200 will be scored on Sunday. Yes or no? Is it clear? So you can just remove it because it is already solved. Now next, the number of matches played before playing against P is same as the number after playing Q. Okay. Now what they are saying, that the matches that placed before P is same as the matches placed after Q against Q. Okay. So if before P there is only one match, so after Q there must be one match. Now before P there are 5 matches, so after Q there must be 5 matches. So Q must be here. Yes or no? Possibility 1 you can say and possibility 2 you can say. Done. Okay. Now India team scored 325 run against the match which is placed adjacent to the matches where India plays against V and Q. Okay, now see what they are saying. That the match in which India scored 325, it is again, okay, it is adjacent to the match that are played between V and Q. Means wherever you have 325, okay, just above or just below it will be V and Q, but we don't know where. Okay, but see, if Q is here, okay, if Q is in this case, can you make 325 here? No, because if 325 is here, you can't make V below, because after that there will be no match. So it means 325 must be there and V must be here. Done. Same goes in the second possibility. If Q is here, you can't make 325 here. So 325 will be here and V will be here. Done. Okay. Two matches were played between the matches where India team scored 125 and 325 run. Okay. So between 125 and 325, there are two matches. There are two matches it is given. Okay. So if 325 is here, leaving two matches after, there is no possibility. So 1, 2, leaving 2 before, it will be 125 with the P. Done. In the same goes second possibility, before 325 it is not possible. So 1, 2, 125 will be here. That is with the P. Done. Okay. Next. India played a match against T on Sunday. So on Sunday it will be the match against T. Done. India does not score 125 runs, or means 125 runs in a match which is played on Saturday. On Saturday it is not 125, but on the second possibility you are getting 125 on Saturday. So this is wrong. Done. Okay. Next. India's team scored highest run immediately before the match played against you. So highest run is what? 425. So it must be immediately before you. So if you are putting 425 here, so you can't be here, because before, just before you, it must be 425. So where you can put, if you putting 425 here, it can be you here, that is possible, but after that it is not possible. So between 425 will be here and you will be here. Done. Okay. Next. India team scored 250 run in a match against either U or T. Now 250 will be either with U or T, but with you already have 325. So it means 250 will come with the T. Yes or no? Done. Okay. Next. India does not score 200 or 350 run in a match against R. So R can't be with 200 or 350. So R can't be here. So it must be R here. Yes or no? So the only person left, that is PQR S. So S will be here. Now runs are remaining, that is 350 first of all, but 350 can't be with R, that is given. So 350 must be here. Yes, 350 is done. Now the only run remaining, that is 75. So 75 with the R. So this will become your final formation. Done. Clear or not? Hope so. Till here everything will be clear to you. Okay. Now moving on to the next questions. Okay, so there is a question that is based on what? Syllogism. So let's see. Minimum watch is quarters. So minimum means you will say sum. You will say sum. So some watches are quarters. No quarters is clock. Okay, so no quarters is clock, and a few clocks are second. Now a few means some. Okay, a few means actually some. So some clocks are second. So some clocks are second. Done. Okay, now see the conclusion number 1. Some seconds are not quarters. So some seconds are not quarter. Yes, this is right. Why? Let me tell you. First of all, some seconds are clock or not? Yes, some seconds are clock, and no clock are quarter. Yes. Now the seconds which are clock can't be the part of quarter, because if you watch this part also include what? Clock. So clock can't be the part of quarter, so it means some seconds that are included into the clock can't be the part of quarter, so this is right. Next, no clock is watches. So no clock is watches, we can't say about it, because no clock is quarters, but against watches you can't say anything, so this is not right. All watches being second is a possibility. So all watches being second is a possibility. Yes, there is a possibility, because with watches and second there is no direct relationship is given, so it is possible. So first and third both follow. That is option number B. Done. Okay, now moving on to the next question. So we have the question that is based on coding decoding, and it is called Chinese coding that you say, or you can say substitution coding. So directly coming to the question, because you know that how to solve them. So what could be the code of Mangesh in the given language? So Mangesh, first of all, see where is Mangesh? Mangesh is here. Mangesh is here. There is not Mangesh. There is not Mangesh. So there will be a common code in these two. Okay. So let's see. KZ is common? No. LX is common? Yes. AB is common? No. CZ is common? Yes. So right now we are getting LX and CZ, two common code for Mangesh. But suppose if you are getting LX or CZ in any of these two, that is the remaining two, can you give that the code to Mangesh? No, because Mangesh is not used in third and fourth sentence. So LX and CZ is not in the third. So right now we have a similar two possibilities, and CZ and LX is not in the fourth one as well. So means there will be two possibility, that is CZ or LX, means either C or D. That is option number E. Done. Okay. Now let's see the next question. So ABLXVU can be the code of which of the following? Okay. So first of all, you know that if I am taking LX, okay, if I am taking LX, that already told you that LX can be the code of Mangesh, first of all. Done. Or what is common in these two? Okay, first of all, LX is common, also CZ is common. Yes or no? So for LX, the code can be Mangesh, or what is common? Trilok. Okay, so Mangesh and Trilok right now can be the code of LX. Is it done? Now AB. So where is AB? AB is here. AB is here. So there is, in the first and third there should be a common element. It can be one or it can be two. So Gagan, no. Mangesh is already done. Suresh, no. And Trilok, sorry, Suresh is there and Suresh is there. So it means AB must stand for what? Suresh. So you must have Suresh in your option. So Suresh is there, Suresh is there, Suresh is there. So okay, so Suresh must be there. Next is VU. Okay. So now VU is where? VU is in the third and in the fourth. Only in the third and fourth you have VU. So what is common in third and fourth? First of all, Sanchit, no common. Suresh is not common. Babita is not common. Candy is common. So Suresh and Candy must be there in your options. Okay. So Suresh and Candy is there. Suresh and Candy is there. Suresh and Candy is there. Okay. Now left with the Mangesh and Trilok. So Mangesh is there. It can be. Trilok is here. It can be. But it can't be. So either A and B, because both A and B is possible. Done. Okay. Now let's see the next question. So 5% PQRST scored different marks in an examination. Okay, so there are 5% that scored different marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am arranging them in decreasing order. It is based on order. Okay, so if Q scored more marks than S and T only. Okay, so Q is scoring more than S and T. Okay, so it means Q must be here because it is scoring more than S and T. Done. While R does not score the highest. Now R can't be here because it is highest, so R will be here. Yes. Then who among the following has the second highest mark? So second highest mark, it is obviously what? R. That's it. Option number C will be the right answer. Done. Okay, now let's see the next question, and I think it is the final question of our session. So let's see. 6 books, English, Hindi, Science, Computer, Maths and Sanskrit, each contain different number of pages. Okay, so there are 6 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'm arranging them in again decreasing order of the number of pages. So computer book contains fewer pages than only 2 books. So what we have, that computer books contain fewer pages than only 2 books. Other than that, computer book having more pages of other remaining books. Okay, so it must be computer book here. So computer will have only the fewer pages than these two. Okay, next, English book contains more pages than science but less than Sanskrit book. Okay, so what we have, that English books contain more pages than science but fewer than what? Sanskrit. Done. Next, science book does not contain the least pages. Now science can't be at this position, that is very obvious. Okay, now Sanskrit book contain fewer pages than Hindi book. Now what we have, that Sanskrit book have fewer page than Hindi. Okay, Sanskrit will have fewer than Hindi. Okay, so now we have to place them. So first of all, see, after science there should be these three books, yes or no? But science can't be here. So can you put science here? No, because if you're putting science here, you can't put English, Sanskrit and then Hindi. So it is obvious that science must be here. Done. English must be here, Sanskrit must be here, and Hindi must be here. Done. Now the book which contain third lowest pages contain 28. So third lowest means this is the lowest, second lowest, third lowest, that is 28. But one book is remaining, so which is remaining? So let's write down it here. Sanskrit done. Maths, okay, so maths is remaining, so maths will be here. Done. Okay, now the question is, if Sanskrit and computer book, so Sanskrit and computer means these two contains 89 pages together. So these two books having 89, and computer and English contains 63, means these two have 63 pages together. Then what is the number of pages that Sanskrit book contains? Okay, so first of all, computer plus English is 63, but English is having 28, so computer will have 63 minus 28, so it will be what? 35, yes or no? So computer will have 35. Now Sanskrit plus computer have 89. Okay, so 89 minus 35, it will be of Sanskrit, that is 54. So answer will be 54, that is option number B. Done or not? Clear? Okay, so this is all what we have in this session. Okay, and if you really find the session helpful, do like it, comment your doubts, and do share the video with your friends, and don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.